Alert, alert, this is Charlotte Shotgun.
It's Joel Tatum, and it's that Little Gay Talk Show.
All the way from Houston, Texas.
Let's get into it, girl.
Good morning with the sun.
Good morning. How you doing today, girl?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Oh, girl. My bronchitis is acting up again.
My bronchitis.
My bronchitis.
Do you remember that meme from like a few years ago? Like, what was her name? Little Sweet Pea or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
was it Little Sweet Pea?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I got bronchitis.
You know, in this day and age, you know, I can't be out there running the streets like some of these queens are. So, you know, I gotta, because of my bronchitis, I gotta, you know, sometimes I get an attack, and you know, when I get it, it's hard for me to breathe.
Yeah.
But it's not major. You know what I'm saying?
I could imagine it being a little scary too, especially in these times, and everyone's like,
yeah, exactly.
COVID.
Yeah, exactly. And I told a friend of mine, I have been tested 5 times for COVID, because every time I've gone to the doctor for this, they're like, "Are you sure you don't have?" I don't have COVID. Y'all keep testing me. I don't have COVID.
I don't have COVID.
So, and I have another doctor's appointment, but it's not until November.
Oh my
3rd.
God.
Well, girl, you know,
everything's backed up. I
know,
tried making an appointment at Legacy, and they're like, "Oh, we're backed up. You can call every day." And see
I
if
have to go to Baytown. They sent me to Baytown.
Oh shit! And that's still a minute away.
Yeah, that's a minute away. So they sent me to Baytown, and I'm like, well, I can't wait. So I guess I'll go to Baytown, and I'm like thinking that they were gonna give me an appointment like
tomorrow.
And they're like, "Oh well, we can squeeze you in November 3rd," and I'm like,
November 3rd. I'll be dead by then.
I might be dead by then.
Like, how am I supposed to treat my syphilis with this? I'm just kidding.
And the woman's like, "Well, if you have bronchitis or asthma, you'll be fine." And I'm like, "What? Okay, you know what? Fine. Actually, you're right. I probably will be." And
so it's better to have an appointment set.
Yeah, so I'm glad I have an appointment set. I forgot what time it is, and I got to call them back later. But
they'll probably call you back. They'll probably do the "Are you showing up?"
So
that always helps out, because I always forget, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, I have an appointment at 7:00 tomorrow, and I'm out and about, and it's 5 a.m." I'm kidding. Have you ever gone to the doctor's appointment still drunk from the night before?
No, I don't.
Oh, I haven't.
I've never gone to the doctor because I don't want the doctor to judge me.
Who cares?
I do not want the doctor to judge me. He has.
It's like, I'm like Jesus.
They have to deal with, you know, they have to deal with homeless people coming in, all kinds of stuff. And, you know, I don't want to get a speech about, you know what,
girl,
here's some information from AA. You might want to take a look at that. And it's like, look, I just went out one time.
Yeah, right. I haven't been out in 7 years.
I haven't been out in a while. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
Like, when I went in, and that was me the other day.
I know.
I went out the other day and I got super drunk. Can I talk about a hookup story?
Oh wait, let's. Oh wait, before you talk about the hookup story, it's that Little Gay Talk Show. We got into it.
I was just about to say that.
We just went straight into it.
We fully went. And we haven't done a one-on-one in a minute.
Yeah, we haven't done a one-on-one in a while. We've had some amazing guests on. And this week, you know what we decided? We just said, what the hell?
We're just going to talk to each other.
We're just going to talk to each other. We're going to talk to you.
Mix and mingle.
Drink
some spiked coffee.
We have some
Les Starbucks.
We went to Les Starbucks.
Les Starbucks.
And, you know, we spiked the coffee a little bit.
A
little bit, you know. Like I said, I need...
My ratio's 1-to-1 right now.
The 1-to-1. You know, I needed something to feel a little bit of relief.
A little pep in my step.
So I'm Joel Tatum, and you know Charlotte Shotgun.
I'm Charlotte Shotgun, and for those of you that don't like him, I'm Charlotte Shotgun.
There might be a few of you out there.
Probably. My ex-boyfriend's probably listening. He's like, fuck you, you exposed me.
Speaking of which, you know, I went to Postino's on Sunday. Postino's in Montrose on Sunday.
That's a really good place. They have really good wine.
Is.
I wish they had alcohol, though, for real.
You know what? I was fine with it. You know, when you just want to have like a little wine, you know, it's one of the times that I treat myself to a bottle of sparkling wine or champagne. Yeah, we ordered a whole bottle. It was.
Oh, I thought it was by yourself.
No, I was with me and my friend Chris. We were out.
Have I met Chris yet?
No, you have not met Chris.
One of these days. One of these days.
But me and my friend Chris were out, and we ordered a bottle of champagne. It was, girl, I didn't realize it was $20 for a bottle. On Sundays, they do $20 for $20 in a board and a bottle of champagne for $20.
A board of cheese?
A board of something, some kind of meats or whatever, for $20.
There's no cheese on there though.
I think you could put cheese on that.
Okay,
I think it's one of their boards. I don't remember any of their boards. Usually, probably has some kind of cheese going on.
Oh, sounds delicious. That's like $10 for you and your friend.
So we were, of course,
Sundays.
Postino's is right across the street from JR's.
Yeah.
So
how did you go to JR's?
No, we didn't go. You know what? Chris and I we're of the same mindset. We are like, you know what? We've got our issues, so we're not gonna, step into a situation where we're gonna have to
I
work.
can only imagine how JR's is, even though I'm going there tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Blackberry.
The inside didn't seem so bad because we were sitting on the patio, and I will sit on the patio.
Yeah.
If I'm in a situation, because the CDC said if you're outside, you're fine.
Yeah.
But if you're inside, you got to watch the deal.
Yeah.
But even when we were walking in the Postino's, people sitting on top of each other at the bar.
They're everywhere.
And I'm like,
are uncontrollable.
What the hell? Why are y'all sitting on top of each other at a bar? I don't want you in people in each other's faces.
Yeah.
Having a conversation. I'm like,
Speaking about people's in their faces, when I kick people out of the Eagle, like I am literally in their face. Because I'm just like, get the fuck out.
So, and we had a good time.
That's good.
And then we were we thought you might be working.
Yeah,
the
I was
front door.
I think I was fully asleep. I was passed out. I don't fucking know what I was
And I
doing.
think this was like 7:00 when we went.
Yeah.
So
I didn't go in until 9.
when we walked over there, I asked Chris, I'm like, do you think you want to go in and have a drink? And he's like, you know what? I have to work tomorrow, but I will walk with you to the Eagle and maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
And we walked out there, and of course, all these queens outside.
The gays, girl.
All the gays just outside, just on top of each other on the stairs.
They are.
On top of each other, on top of the...
Sometimes it's so hard to control them, though. So if you're out there and if you go out to these bars, be respectful because there's only so much we can do.
Exactly.
Because bitch, I'm about to bring a spray bottle of water and spray these gays like fucking cats. Like, get your shit together.
I know.
Put on your mask.
And I'm like, like I said, I walked up to the little door queen who weekly sprayed my hands. And I said weekly. I hope I don't want to get this queen in trouble. I'm not going to say who the queen was.
The thing was sprayed.
But my hands got a little bit of a spray on it. And I asked if you were running. He said no. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I walked right back down because I'm like, I'm not going inside this bar. And Chris and I were both looking upstairs going, what is wrong with these bitches? They are on top of each other. I mean, the whole stairs is crowded with queens standing on the stairs, trying to walk up the stairs, standing on the stairs, looking at each other, having conversations. All these queens are on top of each other, and I know everybody's outside.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know what the CDC said, but you're still in each other's faces. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still breathing each other's
You're still
air.
breathing each other's air. It's
but
like...
that's everywhere, too.
And it's, I don't want to put this all in the gays because I have been to straight bars and I've seen the same things.
I haven't seen it. I haven't had the pleasure.
I've seen the same things. So, but I don't mind going to outside venues because I know that I can get like a little table.
Someone commented, "I hate drama queens," referring to the gays. It's true.
Who said that?
I don't know. Alberto. Que te deja el culo abierto.
Okay. First of all, if you were born gay, if you knew you were gay from a young age,
the whole queen is in you.
Drama is in your DNA.
Period.
Whether you want to,
like Dramine.
I know,
like DNA, Dramine.
I know, drama is in your DNA, girl. You can't get away from it. You can't escape it. You've tried to your entire life.
Oh, someone said you sound like one. I was like, damn, rude. God. I mean, I work for a bar. I kind of have to be a drama queen to make sure these gays don't get sick.
I know, right?
It's my job.
I know.
Just waiting to be a bartender.
When are you going to bartend,
I don't know.
girl?
They just demoted someone and they just promoted him again. So I don't know. But then they
How
got
you
rid of
demote somebody and promote? See,
because they I believe we needed more door people and we had more bartenders. And then since we took the people from Ripcord, whoever was positioned last to be a bartender, they moved him down, but they moved him back up this week. So I'm just waiting. If that doesn't happen, then good riddance. Not really.
Is Ripcord even open?
Yeah, they just opened this past week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Ripcord open now. For those of you out there who might be listening to other places,
these are all the gay bars that are.
We are in Houston, Texas. These are all the gay bars that we know in Houston, Texas. There's the Eagle. There's JR's. There's Ripcord. There is a couple others whose names I probably.
There's JR's, Ripcord, the Eagle.
Oh, Barcode. There's Barcode.
Barcode's open.
Yeah, Barcode. I think they just opened.
Also the
and Buddies.
Blur, Buddies, Hamburger Mary's.
Is Blur even open?
Yeah, they just opened it this past weekend.
Opened. Mm-hmm.
And what is the Crocker next to Tortilla Joe's? Those are open.
So all these gay bars are open, and the gays. Don't get me wrong. I would love to be out there prancing around with y'all. I would love to.
Me,
but I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm just looking for some dick. I'm just kidding. Not really.
If all these gays are out there, they're doing the same thing, looking for some dick. But you can't take. You know what? There has to be a line. You can't take dick home. You can go out to the bars, but can you really take dick home?
I mean, you can take it to your house and then go home after.
I mean, you have to make sure they take a shower, wash their hands. I mean, wear a mask during sex. Don't kiss me.
Just have a glory hole.
This might be the one time in gay life or gay history or whatever, where if a man tells you he doesn't want to kiss, you can go, okay, I don't want to kiss you either.
Like weak ass bitch. I'm just kidding. Not really.
But when I have a hookup and when they say I don't want to kiss, I automatically know that you probably have a partner and kissing is not on the list. So I understand. But you know what? I like to kiss during the whole thing. So I will excuse you to the front door. And that's just me because I think kissing makes sex much better. I need to know how you are when you kiss.
Also, smoking a little weed makes sex better.
Of course. But,
I fully, I had an experience last week and it was incredible.
Was it?
I haven't smoked like weed. Like I smoke oil like all the time. Then I smoked weed and I like hooked up with a guy and I was like home with like the 4 hours later. I was like, what the fuck was that?
I swear to God, if somebody can bring me some edibles, I can't smoke weed right now. Until I get all this stuff taken care of, I cannot smoke weed right now. But if somebody can bring me some edibles, that would just be lovely. Just a brownie, some gummy bears, whatever. Just bring me some.
Bring me some. I'll see if I can find some for you.
Because I'm like, I can't, I still have weed in the house that's been sitting here for months.
Girl, there's probably mold on it.
No, it's still good. And you know what? My cousin said, won't you just, here's something wild. Won't you just take a little bite out of it?
Out of the weed?
And see what happens. Oh, no, yes, it did. I was high for 7 hours, girl.
You took a bite out of the weed?
I took a bite out of the weed, and I was high for hours. But I was panicking a little because that's too long to be high.
Yeah, 7 hours. Holy shit.
That's a little too long to be high for me. I don't mind maybe a couple of hours. I'm probably munching on something or I'm playing some games or what have you.
Yeah, but 7 hours just sitting in your house is like, yeah.
And then
when I get really high, like oh my God, we're really talking about getting high. When I get really high, I start cleaning everything. Like I start like the other day I smoked and then I had my vacuum and I literally vacuumed each like corner of my house. And then I made sure, like I have my cat food sometimes gets underneath my shoe rack. And I fully made sure that there is no cat food everywhere. And then my sewing area, I made sure that there wasn't any like loose threads or like trash on the floor.
I've found it usually depends on the grade of weed I get.
Yeah, if it's like a sativa, which is indica, is like indica, so you like, or you have a body high, and sativa is like a head high, so like you're just like super active. I like the weed pen that I have is a sativa, so I just go in and I start cleaning, or I'm at the bar, I take a hit, and then I feel good.
Because I think it's sativa that I took one time, and I cleaned the house from top to bottom.
Yeah, and then
I ironed indica, all my clothes.
I'm screaming. I've done that before.
All my clothes in the closet. I took out my iron. Girl, I have an iron. I have a brand new iron that never came out of the box. Because I'm like, I haven't used an iron in I don't know how long.
And then you do everything.
And then suddenly, I'm like, you know what?
It sounds like a good idea.
Because I just bought some brand new hangers for my clothes. And I'm hanging up all my clothes. And I'm like, you know what? Some of this shit is wrinkled. I'm going to just iron just a few pieces. And that's that. And I ended up ironing the entire shorts, jeans, whatever. And I don't even own an ironing board. I literally flattened out everything on my bed put the iron on steam and just literally just ironed everything. Mm-hmm.
The last time I like gotten high and I ironed things was I was a drag. Oh yeah, I was a drag queen once upon a time. I used to do drag. I made.
We can't wait till you do that again, girl.
I know, girl. One of these days, I have a drag show. I can talk about that later too. I have an online drag show that's coming up with H-Town Hotties with Dynasty and Blackberry.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I think I might do something spooky, but because it's a Halloween show, sort of ish, maybe making it into a Halloween show. But anyways, I ironed all the bills that I had. Like, stacks.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Why are you asking me why? You ironed your shirt. Why did you iron your shirt?
Just for the, I don't.
Because I was like a good idea. I was high. And
because I got high.
And then have money, like crispy money smells good.
Like was it, who was that, Old Dirty Bastard or something? Because I got high. That song from a long time ago. Yeah.
Is it Afro Man or something?
Afro Man. It was Afro Man. Because I got high. Yeah. I did it because I got high.
I miss Ginger.
So, yeah. So I mean, I get it. But you know what? Like I said, because of my bronchitis, and like I said, I lost my insurance, so I have to go to Legacy. I have to go to the free clinic, and
that's a long time to do shit.
I know. And they have a backup, and I understand that because usually before getting an appointment at Legacy was like super easy, but now everybody lost their insurance, and you have to go to the doctor and everything else. So, so you have to wait. And if it's not super
that's who I went to, and they told me that I had to wait. Basically, had to call in every day to see if they had openings. I'm like, dude, that's a fucking. That is a long way.
So, like I said, I literally had to. I called them like 3. I finally got in, but I have to go to Baytown to do it.
Baytown is so far.
And Baytown is so far.
It's like 45 minutes.
That's 45.
Do you have a car?
No, my cousin's gonna take me.
Oh, okay. I was like, how the fuck are you getting?
He's got to renew his paperwork anyway for Legacy, so he's like, "Girl, I'll just take you." So I'm like, okay. So I think I have like a 10 o'clock appointment in the morning. We have to leave at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'll take you to lunch and do all that, put gas in the car or whatever you need me to do. He's like, girl, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm like,
that lunch does sound fine. It does sound fine.
Well, I mean, I was going to take him to lunch. We were going to go to lunch anyway. So
a little eggs Benedict over a Florentine.
Yeah, because we do lunch at least once a week. So
that's good. Well,
we were going to go to lunch anyway. Yeah. So it's not going to be a big deal. So, but he has to redo his paperwork anyway. So he's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just take you.
Yeah.
So, so we need to make sure that this is 100%. Because either I have chronic bronchitis or I have asthma. But either way, I need to be. So either way, I need to be on medication for it. So.
Might as well get it. Do you have as far as like, let's say you get prescribed something, do you have to pay for it like full price, or does Legacy do some sort of thing?
Legacy probably does some sort of thing, and if not, I can use that little app for like the super, because I've done that before.
What's the app?
For what is it, RX something?
I know that I have insurance full coverage in New Mexico, so I was gonna see if maybe I could use my my thing.
You probably can. You probably can do that. So
because I wanted to start taking PrEP as well, but I'll see how that goes. Well, I went to get tested and I got my results and everything. Then I was like, oh, maybe I should get on PrEP because the bitch does not want to have a scare.
You know what? I think after all this stuff is over with, I'm definitely going to get on PrEP because I'm going to go wild.
For real, the whole thing. Booty hole blown out. Period.
I'm gonna have everything. I'm gonna have everything blown up.
Every hole filled. My nose,
I'm gonna do it until my dick falls off.
Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the dick don't work.
Exactly. I'm gonna be laid. Everything's gonna be in a cast. Girl, what happened to you? You know what happened.
Girl, she's done and burned. And
you gave me the PrEP. You know what happened.
Right? They're like, what happened to your leg? I'm like, don't worry about it, baby. I had a good time though.
Although I'm still of the generation that still uses condoms. I still use condoms.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I still use condoms.
Occasionally. Those are used.
Yeah, I still use condoms. So,
I mean, sometimes it's just like more about like, what is it, fellatio? That's what I'm really into. And that's what they're really into. Because I'm just like, intercourse is like such a commitment.
I I'm sorry.
And I'm not the type of person that's like, I'm trying to fuck everyone, but at the same time, it's just like, hey, everybody loves some good head.
So, and these super bugs, everybody worried about COVID right now, but they have these super bugs out there. So if you get like gonorrhea or syphilis or something, and your antibiotics don't work, it's harder to treat that now because we've been using antibiotics completely wrong for quite some time.
Yeah.
I've known people who use antibiotics when they had a common cold, and I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? You're not supposed to use antibiotics. That's a virus. You can't use antibiotics for bacteria, not for a virus. Well, I don't want to catch a cold.
I don't even use antibiotics like that.
You shouldn't be using antibiotics like that.
No. I know when I use it when I have a sinus infection and you're just like sick for like months. That's when I use a fucking thing.
But I want my doctor to tell me that. I don't.
That's true. That's true. I don't want to self-diagnose myself.
I don't want to
antibiotics. Have you seen like Osmosis Jones? No.
Yeah, I remember that little.
I don't want that robot in me.
Yeah, exactly. But I recall we used to go to the border to Mexico to get because prescriptions were cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap and it's.
You stand in line with a bunch of senior citizens to get because they would get their medications down there. And one of my friends, we would take a trip to Mexico, and we would drive all the way down there to get her prescriptions, and they were super cheap because they were super expensive here. And I would just tour the little towns. We would go to Reynosa, and I would just tour the.
How far away is that from here?
Oh, I think that's a 9-hour drive. I think.
Wow, she could do 9 hours. Well, I mean, it's still.
I think it's. I think it's a 9 to 10 hour drive. It's a long drive.
That is a long drive.
We'd have to leave like early in the morning.
Like probably 4 in the morning.
And so we can get there in the afternoon. And there'd be lines of seniors getting off buses, girl. They were getting off buses at one point.
Girl, buses.
Yes, they would ride the bus down to the border to get their medications. And you could just walk into any pharmacy and pick up a bottle of antibiotics, amoxicillin, pick up a bottle of amoxicillin. And I'm like,
I wonder if you can get like Adderall and stuff there.
You know what? I don't think you can anymore.
Damn.
I don't think you can anymore. Well, you might still be able to because the last time we went on a cruise, we were able to pick up some medication for my friend who had asthma. His asthma medication was super cheap there. And it's the same medication that they used here. So he would get his asthma medication from there and all this other stuff. So you might still be able to get Adderall, but I'm not really sure.
Morphine.
Yeah, Vicodin, Xanax.
I mean, just go do it so I can sell it over here.
But the things might have changed. That was a while ago.
That's very true.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
You just don't know now. You really don't know.
So it's been a while. So I haven't been down to the border to get prescriptions in years. So I have no idea, and I don't think anybody really does that anymore.
Yeah,
I think they drive to Canada now.
I mean, I think Canada has a long wait for their thing, though. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too. But
yeah, or like, I'm sorry, that's for the to see a doctor there because my I worked for a Canadian company in Florida, and they said that sometimes if they were sick, they would just fly to the U.S. because they can get treated right away, as opposed to like they have the cold or something, then they have to wait and like they have to be put on a list.
For a cold.
For like something for sick, like if their leg hurts or if they're having like a stomach pain or like ruptured something, they have to be in a wait because it's like just ridiculous how many people in Canada, how many doctors, and what the wait is.
Oh wow! Because I heard that
that's in Montreal though, so I don't know.
Their medical system was way better than ours.
It is way better than ours, but who knows? Maybe. But I mean, like, I guess ours is faster because it's just so expensive, so nobody goes.
Yeah, exactly. And especially in Harris County, you can get a little gold card. And if you need to go to the clinics or stuff, just show your gold card. And, girl, you can usually get in and out in less than 4 hours.
Oh, wow. 4 hours.
Less than 4 hours. If it's just you, maybe less than 4 hours. If you're there with your family, it might take longer.
What does that mean? Like, is that like to see a physician? Oh, okay. I thought it was like to like go to the ER.
Oh no, to see because they will usually send you to a clinic. Because you can usually go to one of the local clinics and you have to schedule an appointment and all this other stuff, and You know what it's like to schedule an appointment when you do have insurance. You're going to be there for a while. Mm-hmm. Oh, be here at 10 o'clock and you don't see the doctor till 2.
Oh, God, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like you told me to be here at 10. Why wouldn't...
I know I had to go to the podiatrist in Albuquerque, and because I had an ingrown toenail, and it was just like bad. And they're like, okay, be here. The appointment is at 8. But be here at 7:30. And I got there. I didn't get into the into the room until like 9:30. I didn't get out until I was in there for like maybe 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll see you next week.
You know, I hate going. You know what? I would hate going to the doctor when I had insurance. Sit there for 2 to 3 hours for the doctor to see me for 10 to 15 minutes and say,
and I was like,
okay, well, you just need to take this and that and you can go.
Yeah.
I've been here for
I've
been here for several hours, and all you did was look at me for 15 minutes.
Like my phone call to get to set up an appointment was longer than that.
I know. It was longer than that just to wait, sit on hold with the terrible music that you used.
Oh, gross. So, should we talk about like how the bars have changed?
Ooh, should we talk about that?
We can.
I mean, because the bars haven't been open for a while. They just recently opened.
They have.
And I don't really have that much insight. You have more insight than I do. So I definitely want to hear.
Okay, so.
I definitely want to hear. But you know what? I know that this is probably going to be a long thing.
Yeah.
So we're probably
take a break.
We're probably going to take a little bit of a break.
So we can,
because I don't want you to start it. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? It's time to take a break.
That's true. We can always replenish our libations and continue on this conversation. We can Look at me using big words.
Yeah, because I don't want you to like get into because I know, like I said, it's going to be a long segment.
It isn't it's not that long. Well, I'm just going to talk about how like step 1, what is it? Phase 1 of opening up the bars. Phase 2 of how we did this.
But you know how someone starts a story?
Yeah.
And then they get a little bit into it and then they're like, you know what? If you want to hear the rest of the story, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back.
And we just forget about the whole thing.
And you're like, oh my God, why didn't you just wait till the next half hour to talk about it? Now I got to wait.
Well, now we got to wait. But yeah, we can take a break.
Yeah, so let's take a little bit of a break.
Should we tell them who our show has been sponsored to you by?
Yes, tell them who our show has been.
Our show this week has been sponsored to you by Tuvi's Wood. Get your good, hard, seductive, long piece of wood to chop your vegetables, to chop your dead bodies for this Halloween season, or to even chop your vegan meats.
Just go to tuviswood.com.
Or go on our website and scroll all the way down and look for Tuvi's Wood.
And you get, if you use the, what do they call it? The code?
The code.
Code Little Gays.
Little Gays.
Because y'all are little gays.
Little gay.
You get 20% off if you order the little cutting board, so you can chop up all kinds of stuff this Halloween.
You can chop up everything. You can chop off your partner's dick if he's cheating on you. You can chop up pickles to put inside hamburgers, or you can even chop up like some mayonnaise.
You know, some of you will probably be, depending on your partner's dick, will probably either be using the Big Chef knife. Or
no, I'm just using a pair. I want everyone to suffer, so everybody's using a dull paring knife. Everyone's getting their dick chopped off with a dull paring knife.
Girl, you're trying to hurt somebody.
Exactly. The fuck? You think I want to make their life easy by chopping their dick off? Like, you just want
I just want
them to struggle and squirm.
I don't want to go through all that. I just want to give it a quick chop and tell you to get out and take your dick with you.
No, I'm putting it in the freezer.
Here you go, and take it with you. Bye.
Like, you can keep the foreskin.
Well, at that point, why would they want to keep it? Might as well give it a trim. Yeah. He's like, well, I cut it off, so I'm going to
Call me doctor. It's like cutting a carrot, like shaving a carrot off.
We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we will be right back. And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello from the other side.
Hello from the other side.
Hello from 6 feet away.
We're back. It's that little gay talk show.
That little gay talk show.
That little gay talk show. Miss Charlotte and Joel are back on the air. We're ready to get down to it.
We're ready.
Yes, we've had a little brandy and coffee.
A little.
A little.
I have some Topo Pico that's mixed in with my leftover coffee.
Oh, why did you do that? Ugh.
Oh, that's okay. It's delicious.
Well, I mean, you had to take an aspirin, but ugh.
I know. I don't mind. I feel like my mom. My mom always used to do that. Like,
Mixed
there.
Topo Chico and...
No, just use your cup to drink whatever next.
Oh, you know what? My parents did the same thing because it's like, I'm not wasting no cup.
Even though I'm going to throw this away afterwards. It's not like...
They're like, you don't waste the cup. You just give it a quick rinse and just pour your water in.
I need to give it a quick rinse. Well, I know some people put seltzer water in their coffee, so like, what's the difference?
Really?
Yeah. Until I got a little sparkle. Like
I started adding honey to my coffee.
Instead of sugar?
Instead of sugar, it's so delicious. Oh my God, I can't believe how incredibly delicious. It's just a touch of sweetness.
I've seen honey at like coffee shops as like a thing.
Mm-hmm. But they use like a honey syrup substitute. And I'm like,
you
no,
put real honey?
I want
The
real
whole
honey. I want the real honey with the
whole
cloves.
Texas honey and everything.
Texas honey, because it's actually good for your allergies
Yeah,
too.
it is. It's like a natural decongestion.
Yeah, it's a natural decongestant.
And cough syrup.
So I use a little bit of honey in mine.
A little bit of honey in your cup of coffee.
Now you were going to regale us with some of the stories that's been going, because he's my secret underground spy at the bars.
Call me 007.
Double below 7.
Yeah, double below 7.
Double below 7. All right, double below 7. Why don't you tell us what's going on in the bar scene right now?
So I'll give you like a quick rundown about the multiple steps of precaution that we had to take. For the first week, I want to say that we only allowed people with a mask to enter the establishment, and the only way that you were allowed to remove your mask is if you were sitting down and having a drink. So
kind of like a restaurant, yeah.
Yeah, sitting down, but you couldn't even stand up and have a cigarette. You literally had to have a seat the whole time. So that was like phase 1 of the whole thing. People were really assholey about it. We only let right now we're letting 200 people in the place at most, including bartenders. But at that time, we were only letting 100 people in. So it was only 100 person capacity. Then it was actually 120 plus like the employees. So then once that let go, we added more seating to the place. So I think they bought maybe like 50 additional chairs, like maybe more. I want to say like maybe 100 additional chairs and maybe like 10 extra tables around the whole inside and outside. So that added, right now we're at 200 people capacity, including employees.
But isn't it a little different because outside, I don't think did you really have to enforce anything if people were sitting outside?
So week 2 with us opening, we were allowing people to, they were allowed to, I think it was less than like 5 to a group. They could take off their mask and just hang out around that area, but you were still not allowed to walk around without your mask.
Of course.
So it's like, let's say you're going to the bathroom, you have to have a mask.
Of course.
You can't order at the bar. At that point, you couldn't order at the bar. You literally had to get serviced by a bartender. And that was it. Like, you couldn't go up to a bar. You couldn't order at the bar. You had to stay seated. And now, I think we're on week 3, week 4. Now, they added plexiglass around all the bars. So now you can go up to the bar and order. Well, we don't really have bartenders anymore. And you're allowed to hang out with people, but you have to have your mask on if you're walking around. And you need to be by a designated area. So like you can't, from what you saw, you can't be in the middle of the stairs hanging out. You have to have a mask on. You have to be near a table or near a ledge where you can set your beverage. And there's dedicated areas, like there's areas where there's no chairs, so that obviously mean you can't hang out there. But we added more seating around everywhere. We had chairs everywhere. We made little group areas. But I think right now the capacity is like 10 people per group.
So is there, I'm sure there's some funny anecdotes, little things that you've had to deal with this entire time.
I think the funniest thing that I've ever seen was a man. It was literally like 2 Sundays. It was a Sunday that was raining, that the cold front was coming. And I was just walking around making my rounds, and there was a man fully jerking off like mid-climax with his mask on. Then I was like, sir, your dick is out. Like, this is not that bar. I was like, this is not that bar.
I'm sorry. Where was he?
Okay, do you know like when you're walking from the outside where you go in and then you can go inside that weird bar?
Yeah.
It's like outside but inside. And it's like where the margarita machine was. Before you go in there, that barn area, there's like a little corner, and he was just like jerking off there and full like eyes rolled back, like leaning against the wall. And
Was
I
he
was
by
like,
himself or was there other
he was by
people
himself.
around?
We were just watching him. They're like, because he was an older man, and I'm like, sir, I know that you're visiting from out of town, and this isn't one of those eagles from like DC, New York, like San Francisco. We are the most PG eagle that you'll ever go to. Like see on the ripcords when it opens. On the other hand,
When that back patio opens at the ripcord, that's a
ooh,
different story.
I
Now,
haven't
you know
been
what?
there. I haven't been there mentally.
I got kicked out of the ripcord last year
For what?
for making out on the back patio, which I did not understand. I was a little confused.
What else were you doing?
From what I remember, making out on the back patio. It's not like, I was giving the guy head or he was giving me head. We were making out furiously on the back patio and we got kicked out.
Who kicked you out?
Oh, one of the bartenders, I think, because one of my friends was there, and he's like, Joel, I was sitting at the bar minding my own business, and you come in with this little Asian fellow, and next thing I know, he is telling you that you need to pay the bill and get out, and I had to go because you banned the bill. And what did you do out back? And I'm like, all we did was make out. We did not
do anything else.
We did not.
How far?
It was a Tuesday. It was like a Tuesday night or something. I think it was during trivia night or something. And I went out on the back patio. I was smoking at the time, and I went out on the back patio to have a cigarette. And this little cutie comes walking up, and we're talking. And next thing you know, we are ferociously
exchanging tongues.
I think I might have slammed him against the poor little thing. I think I might have slammed him against the wall.
Good for you.
He liked it.
I bet he did. He told me he did.
Yeah, he liked it.
He wrote it on the bathroom wall.
Sure did. And we got kicked out. And I'm like,
jeez,
why did we get kicked out? And my friend said, girl, I think it might have been racist. I'm like, I don't think that's what happened. He goes, there was a black man and an Asian man make it out on the back patio. You probably got kicked out because of that. I'm like, no, I don't.
Someone probably complained and said that you're doing something else. That's the only thing I can think of.
We weren't doing anything but making out.
Probably someone's like, oh, they're fucking back there or something. I mean, I've been to this bar in Powerhouse. That's the name of it in San Francisco. They have a secret back area where everything is like graffiti. Then you have to find like a little button and it opens a door. And oh my god, I like fully saw like a fucking orgy happening, and I was in drag, and I was so turned on.
Girl, I had been on the back patio of Ripcord when at 2:00. Now Ripcord at the time Saturday night wouldn't close until 3-4 in the morning.
Oh wow!
On the back patio, big circle jerks and
circle jerks
and men. I remember walking into a circle, and there was one queen on her knees giving everybody head. I remember sitting on a little bench watching all this stuff happen, and this man came over and whipped my dick out and gave me head. And I'm like, what the hell? So, yes, I have seen and done some stuff. One man gave me a spanking one time.
A spanking?
Yes, girl. I was sitting there minding my own business, just smoking a cigarette, having a drink, watching all the festivities. He just sat next to me, grabbed me, threw me over his knee, and gave me a firm spanking. And
Did you appreciate it?
I sure did.
I'm
not super firm. I don't have a problem with BDSM.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. I've tried the dungeon scene and all that other stuff. It's just not for me.
I love it.
I'm glad I tried it because I have a respect for it. But it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. You literally have to be into it or not, or like you just be open. Like my last partner was really into it, so I had fun because I was really into it, and it was fun meeting someone else that was like pretty open to the ideas.
I tried to be into it, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't like being bound. I found being bound to be. I didn't like being that vulnerable.
Maybe they didn't do it right.
Yeah, I didn't like being that vulnerable.
That's the whole thing. They have they have to break you in order for you to go.
And I didn't like being that vulnerable. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not really getting the thrill out of this.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not. And like I said, I tried it.
I mean, at least you tried it. Some people are not even willing to go to that.
And like I said, I have much respect for it. I really do.
Yeah.
It opened my eyes to the idea that everybody has their own thing. And you kind of, because I made fun of it beforehand.
Yeah.
And then I met someone and he's like, well, you don't know, don't knock it till you tried it. And I'm like, you know what?
You're right.
You're right. Let's try
so
it.
Right.
And, I got a light spanking, which I enjoyed.
I like spanking.
Which I enjoyed.
What else have you done? Have you done like flogging? Can I tell you all the things I've done?
I have done, well, he did the thing with the little cat o' nine, the little.
Like the little sparkly thing?
Yeah.
I have the little shocking thing?
Yeah. No, not the shocking thing, but he had the little whip that had all the little strips.
Oh, like that's flogging.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, he turned me around and did that on my back and on my butt, and I went, you know what, this is not bad, but
it's if they do it correctly, I think you need to be. I don't think anyone that is. This sounds so. I'm sorry that I'm rolling my eyes, but I don't think anyone should be flogged. I think in order to get flogged, you have to be educated and what is happening, what's going to happen to you. Well, he went, and what's going to happen to you mentally.
Well, you know what? I do want to explain this. He did go through the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. I figured if it's a person that's really that knows what they're doing,
went step by step and said, if you don't like it, just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be scared to speak.
But we're going to try a few things and see
what you're most comfortable
with and all this other stuff. And
because like I seen people like just go in, I'm like, where's the communication? Where's like, you know what I mean?
He communicated the whole thing.
That's awesome. That's very good.
I did put my foot down, and I did make sure I let him know at the beginning, we will not be doing anything that involves you trying to stick your fist somewhere. You will not be sticking your fist anywhere near me. I put my foot down. There are certain things that I will try. That's not one of them.
Not yet.
Oh no, there's not yet. I mean, and I know that I've noticed.
I wouldn't mind trying. I don't think it would go up there. It's probably going to be a few years of training.
And I think I've noticed this when gay men get a little older, they're more willing to try newer and newer things.
Yeah,
I'm still an old fashioned.
One of a kind of gay.
I'm still an old fashioned gay. I still just like regular gay sex. Like I said, I don't mind a spanking. Spanking was. I love a good spanking.
You just love to get dominated, don't you?
And I don't mind being. I don't mind a power top taking a little bit of control. You just
for real.
Just don't hurt me.
Take control. I haven't found anyone that has been able to, I guess, dominate me. I think, like. Trait-wise, out of the bedroom, I'm very, like, I guess not submissive, but I'm very, like, just, like, chilling there, vibing. But then, like, when it's behind a closed door, I'm very dominant. And I'm very, like, controlling. And
I don't even know if I have a dominant bone in my body. I just, I like to be sensual in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm in bed with a man. I want to enjoy his entire body.
Yeah, that too. I've done that too.
And I'm all about massages. I think it's
different. I think it's different. Like for me, there's like two different things. There's like intercourse, like sexual intercourse, or like intimacy, I guess. Then there's like scenes, which is like involved in the BDSM thing. So you create a scene that's like you did a scene when you got spanked. You had a scene when you were flogged. And like that's like it's not a sexual experience. It's more of a.
I did enjoy also the candle wax thing.
Yeah,
oh my God, I enjoyed that so much. I'm ashamed to say I enjoyed that thoroughly.
No, don't be ashamed. I
enjoyed it when he poured it right on my neck and it just burned and I just went, like, what is like, that? I love it.
Solidifies.
Yes, it burns a little and then you're like you get that intense like and it's like. Do it again. and then I'm like, there was a level of shame, and I'm like, why is there a level of shame? I actually like this. This is done.
I think it's because people are so programmed to kink shame, and that's such a program till it's in your head.
I know,
and it's just like, dude, whatever, bitch. Like if you're here for a good time, don't fucking let anyone shit on your parade.
And I honestly. I kind of expect heterosexuals to be like this.
No, heterosexuals are way into it. I will say that.
But I didn't expect as a gay man for me to be like feeling any shame for it. I'm like, I've had a dick in my mouth. Why would I be ashamed?
Yeah.
About having a little candle wax poured on my nipples?
It's because it's the unknown.
You know, and it was the unknown at the time. And and like I said, I hadn't thought about that until now. And I'm like, I enjoyed that.
I love it.
I know.
Why are we whispering?
Because I wanted to emphasize I enjoy that, and I'm not ashamed of it. Do it again.
Let's go for round 5.
So, thanks to BDSM and kind of getting into it, I've learned to be a little bit more adventurous.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to sex, I'm just not over the top adventurous. You know what I'm saying?
I am.
I like I like to have fun in bed.
Yeah,
and I just thought it was fun, and it was really fun.
At least you're like not like I've met some people that are super vanilla. I'm like, it's a no for me. I'm sorry. Like I've actually met people that are way more aggressive. I remember I hooked up with this guy, and he's like, the only way I can come is if you choke me. Then I was choking him, and then I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm killing you. Because I know how to choke someone properly, and then he was like, no, I want you to like until like I stop like moving. Then I was like, oh my god, no. I was like, not me.
There was one person who wanted me to like tie him up and literally, beat him, and I'm like, and the odd thing, the odd thing is that I thought, what if I enjoy it too much and beat him to death? I don't want to do. I don't want to do that. I'm like, because you never.
Was it a white guy?
Of course.
Same. I would have beat the shit out of him.
He's like, I just want you to tie me up, and I just want you to beat. I just want you to slap me around, and I'm like,
I just want you to back that Big Mac truck right in this little garage.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to do that for fear that I might enjoy it too much, and you're gonna be injured. That safe word may not work. So no, I didn't want to go overboard with that. But like I said, I like to have a little fun in bed and all that other stuff, and I don't mind trying new things. But I have lines. That like I said, no fist will ever come near me ever.
Ever.
Not ever. I don't understand how people enjoy that. I mean, I'm not trying to be prejudiced. You do your thing. But
I think it's just like it's like a kink. Some people like bottoming more than they like topping. Some people just want to feel a whole human in them, like a whole limb in them. And you never know.
And like I said, I enjoy a power bottom. Oh my god, I enjoy a power bottom. Oh my god, I love a bottom who knows what he's doing.
Period.
Love a bottom. I figured if I'm going to be
you can tell they're a good bottom if you stop like moving and then they just take direction.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, oh my god, your mom taught you so well.
I like a bottom who like literally goes, you know what? I got this.
For real.
Just lay back. I got this. And I'm like,
and then I was like, ooh,
what you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh my god, that's what you're going to do? Yes.
You going to get me in trouble.
So, oh yes, I've one particular bottom who was amazing. Come over every Tuesday. I know.
Tuesday.
And by the way, if you listen to this show in the past, I've told this story before. For those of you who are still listening to this show, even after all the stuff that has happened with this show, if you are still listening to this show, thank you for still doing that.
Still staying true.
For still staying true. So, I had every Tuesday night, 9:00. He was on time. 9 o'clock every Tuesday. On the down low, little Hispanic man. Oh my God, he was incredible. We had the best sex ever. When he first came over, he told me that he had no experience with being a bottom. He lied. He lied. He lied. I'm like,
maybe in this state of Texas.
Maybe so. Because
maybe in this Harrison County. Is it Harris County? Is that the county that we're living in?
That's the county that we're living in.
Maybe in Harris County.
He's like, Joel, I've always liked you. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know you paid any attention to me. So that's great.
That's how was he straight or was he just gay?
He was straight, as I use
that's
quotations.
How the straights are.
Yeah. So he's like, I've always liked you and I've always found you attractive. And I'm like, okay, this is getting weird. I thought you just came over for a beer. And then he's like,
a whole dick is in you, a whole finger.
I really want to do this. And I'm like, okay. And at first I thought, well, super macho guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Lord, he's going to want to fuck me. That's fine. Whatever. I'm versatile. Pull your little dick out and let's see what we're going to do. Because that's the whole thing.
That's the whole expected.
That's what I expected. But
to fuck something.
But he went into the bathroom, made sure he got all cleaned up. I'm like, what's he doing in there? Got to make sure he was all cleaned up and ready to go. Came in there. First thing he did was tell me to lie back. Did his little thing with fellatio. Climbed on top and said, I got this. And I went, oh, you have experience. You told me you didn't know how to do that. You got some experience. And
what happened to him?
Oh, he had to move back to Mexico.
Oh,
good. Yeah, he had to move back to Mexico.
Did he get deported?
No, he was working here for a while and making money to send back to Mexico so he could build a house.
Oh,
because so he can build a house for his family. So that's what he did.
Oh, family.
Mm-hmm.
A family.
Yeah, they were in Mexico. I'm like,
you were the other woman, like Lana Del Rey.
No,
woman.
She was in Mexico, so I don't really count that. If she was like living down the street, that's one thing, but
she doesn't count because she's not in the city.
I don't know her. She don't know
in this country. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I remember my mom when she was younger, and she would tell us stories about her country. My mom only lived in her country for 12 years, and she has a whole a lifetime experiences. She's like, in my country, we used to wash our clothes in the river. I'm like, you lived in the city.
Yeah, exactly.
You did not live in a fucking jungle, bitch.
I don't know why parents still. My parents used to tell most exaggerated stories. I used to walk that whole. I walked 5 miles, 9 miles in the snow, and all this other crap. I'm like, you got that off of TV, first of all. So don't tell me that.
I remember my roommate was saying something. He's like, "Oh, I used to walk 9 miles to school." I'm like, in the snow. He's like, "Yeah, how did you know?" And I was like, everybody's parents.
That's a trope.
Everybody's
parents did that. Don't.
That was so weird. I'm like, in the snow. He's like, yeah, how did you know?
My dad with his, I grew up poor. I'm like, you grew up in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. You did not grow up poor. Don't tell me that story. Now, I knew your father was one of those men who liked to get around, but you did not grow up poor.
You did not grow up poor, period.
So you can stop with that story.
Like, I know you, bitch. You did not grow up poor.
You did not grow up poor, so do not even tell that story. I know the whole story because Grandma told me, and Grandma on mom's side told me. So, I had to work hard for everything. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Now, you went into the Army, and I know that was Vietnam and all that other stuff, so I know that your life might have changed a little bit after that because, he never told the story about the war, and I would never ask because I knew that was...
He never did?
He never talked about it because I know it was horrific for him. So...
I can imagine. I hear all these stories and stuff.
He never wanted to talk about it. I would ask him. I asked him one time for a history class, and he's like, "Nope, never going to talk about it. Never asked me." And I'm like, okay. He went through some. Now that was before the term PTSD was around, but I'm like, later on, I would go, he must have went through some severe shit because he has never talked about it ever. And so we never asked.
Oh, that's crazy. He never talked about it.
Yeah, I like I said, I asked one time and never asked him again because I knew that it was whatever happened must have been horrific and
forbidden. Forbidden question.
I don't know if it was forbidden. I think it was more on the lines of he must have seen some horrors.
Yeah, right. Or just dead bodies. I've heard there's a bunch of dead bodies is what scared. Or some people would come back with an arm missing. Have you seen the show Ratchet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
It's really good. You should watch it.
No, I have watched. I watched the last season of Schitt's Creek, which made me cry.
Oh, is it on Netflix?
Yes, it's on Netflix. Season 6.
Oh, when did that come out? Last week?
That came on last Saturday.
Oh,
so you need to watch the last.
Okay.
Yes, you need to watch the last season.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Shut up! I know.
Most of you have already seen it.
I've heard.
But for you, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. It's so good.
I already know. Actually, no. I know that something might happen. Actually, I don't even want to talk. We'll talk about it next week.
We'll talk about it next week.
We'll talk about it next week.
I hope that you watched it because I really wanted to talk about it because
I didn't. I saw that they were promoting it. Then I was like, I just watched the rest.
Well,
of it.
they sent me a notification, but they said that it wasn't going to come out till Wednesday.
I thought it was going to come out until mid-October.
That's what I thought too. But then my cousin called me on the phone and goes, "Girl, Schitt's Creek, it's on right now." And I'm like, "Saturday? It's not supposed to come out till Wednesday." And I turned it on. And I'm like, "New episodes." And I went, "Oh yes." But you know what I forgot?
Yeah.
I had watched the first 5 episodes on Hulu Plus, and then Hulu Plus got turned off, so I didn't watch the rest of the show. So
wow.
So I had to catch up.
It was on Hulu Plus?
It was on Hulu Plus.
Is that different from Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they actually had each episode as it came out.
Oh, wow.
So actually...
Was it on TV?
Yeah, it was last year.
Where was it being aired on? I never heard of this show.
I
watched it like literally this past year.
It was on Pop TV, a Canadian...
Oh, cool.
The Canadian network. And then
awesome.
it became super huge on Pop TV.
Ew, David.
Because it got picked up on Netflix. Season 1 got picked up on Netflix and everybody loved it.
Yeah, it was really good. I will say that.
And, you know, I told my friend David about it. And I said, you need to watch this show called Schitt's Creek. It is amazing. And he's like, girl, I've never... Schitt's Creek, that sounds weird.
I know. I said the same thing.
I said, no, girl.
It's really good.
It's really good. And he loved he watched the entire first season and went, girl, this shit is amazing.
I will say that every person that I've dated is like, I'm like the David to their, what is his name?
To Patrick?
To Patrick, yeah. Because I've always been like that guy that's like super just out there. Then I've always dated like in a professional field sort of guy.
I don't. You know how we like to project ourselves on a certain characters because of their certain. I just never saw between David and Patrick. I never saw any of myself in either of those. I just liked the fact that it was the first time I got to watch it from the outside.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would watch gay films and go, you know what, that's a little bit of me, or that's a little bit of someone I know.
I do not relate anything to maybe like a business person. I'm super like professional. That's just about it. But aside from that, I'm like reckless in spending money. I'm like, I buy clothes all the time. Like I'm David. I buy things for the aesthetic purpose, not the not the actual purpose thing. When he did his whole shop thing, I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. I was like, I had to like pause the film, pause the show, and like look at his shop, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute. Look at the little baskets.
There was no, it wasn't in season 5. It was actually in season 6. So I can't discuss it. So I have to wait until you.
Okay. I'll probably watch it. Yeah, I'll probably watch it tomorrow when I'm.
Yeah, you need to watch it because there's something that a lot of people don't realize that a certain character did but didn't do. That I went, oh, okay, and no spoilers, so I can't really talk about it.
To do with a waiter?
No. You have to watch season 6.
I'll watch.
And I don't want to give it away. And you know what? If anybody out there might know what I'm talking about, you can, let me know. Let me know on Facebook. Let us know on Facebook. Let us know on tell
us what you thought of the finale.
ThatLittleGayTalks.com.
That Little Gay Talks.
Yeah. Let us know. We'll talk about it a little bit because I really wanted to put out a question out there if anybody was watching a certain episode. So
okay,
we'll talk about it next week because, like I said, I just found it very curious. And it really has something to do with what David had said to Stevie. I think it was in season 1 with the wine bottle scene. Remember the wine bottle scene in season 1?
No, elaborate.
When Stevie and him kind of were going to hook up.
Yeah.
They weren't dating, but they were kind of going to hook up. And she asked him she didn't ask him if he was gay. She asked him what kind of wine he liked. And he went into the whole explanation of, sometimes I like white wine. Sometimes I like red wine. Sometimes I like rosé that used to be a red wine, but that was a complicated story. But I'm not about the wine. I'm not about the label. I'm about the wine.
Oh, cool.
Because the character in the show is actually not gay. He's pansexual.
Oh, David?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's another reason why I connected with him.
Yeah.
Too. That's what I remember that scene that you said.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, that's such a clever but stupid way to say it. Because that is a great way to explain it. You're like, I'm just about the wine. Like,
which, amazingly enough, I watched this video, Michael Henry. Have you ever watched any of Michael Henry's videos on YouTube?
No.
You need to watch. He is hilarious.
Okay. I've seen like him what is it, impersonate each character, like Moira, I forgot her name, the sister, and then the dad.
Who are you talking about?
I forgot it. David. How he impersonates all the
okay, yes.
I think it might have been on TikTok. He was just impersonating like Moira, like his sister, like the sister and the dad.
But Michael Henry makes these really super funny videos on YouTube about gay culture and all this other stuff. By the way, y'all need to look him up on YouTube. He's hilarious.
Michael Henry.
Michael Henry. He's just brilliant.
Such a white name.
Yes, but I mean, he makes some of the most incredible videos on gay culture that you will ever watch.
Okay, and I'll probably check it out.
It's very, it's cerebral but funny because he really makes you think about what he's talking about, but he does it in a hilarious way.
Okay.
And I think you will appreciate one of the videos he does is called Dumpster Queens, and it's him and two other queens who are older than him sitting around a dumpster on a picnic blanket just talking about whatever, and it's just hilarious. And these are two queens who are very established in the gay. They're comedians and actors and stuff. You might have seen them in other works and what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watch his videos. They're amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear.
It really amazes me because when I talk to young people about Michael Henry, I don't know who that is, and I'm like, you guys don't watch YouTube? He's huge on YouTube. He's a thing on YouTube. Y'all need to watch him. He is hilarious. He is hilarious. So yeah, you need to take a
Michael Henry. What is it? Trash Queens?
No, just look up Michael Henry. He has like a lot of videos. He has a lot of videos, and one of the videos he had on was, and I was and you know what? I'm still confused by this. I'm still confused on the difference between someone who's bisexual and pansexual.
Like the easiest way that I could explain it is bisexual love men, and women. So pansexual is more of...
Okay, so this is not what was explained to me. This was explained to me as bisexuals are not just into men and women. They're into people who are genderqueer and trans and all this other stuff. And I'm like, but that sounds like pansexuality.
Yeah, that's exactly what pansexuality is. But most
so
of the time, our bisexual men are not into trans people. From my understanding, don't quote me. And also, this is also talking. There's also gray areas. You know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of, depending on bisexual. There's two different genders, and that's what they're going for. Bi two. But
from videos that I've been watching from, especially one of the Michael Henry videos when he did talk about bisexuality, when someone said, Michael, you actually put bisexual in a corner by saying that they only like one gender or the other, when that's not true of bisexuals. They like not only both genders, they also like people who are genderqueer and trans and all this other stuff.
But also,
he started to explain the difference between pansexuality, and I went, but that still sounds like bisexuality. I don't understand.
It's just, I guess,
I still don't understand the difference.
Since I'm not bisexual, I'm more pansexual. I can't really, I guess, I don't have the right to discuss it, but from being pansexual is, for me, I get to know people, I hang out with people, and if I enjoy their company, and if I find them attractive, they're done. I find women attractive, I find trans men attractive, trans women attractive. And at the same time, it's just like I'm not looking for their body parts. I'm more of making a connection spiritually, emotionally, sort of thing.
But I felt like that was also explained by someone who was bisexual too. It was the same exact explanation.
Maybe they're pansexual and they don't want the pansexual label because they don't want to.
I'm not about the gender. I'm about the person. And I'm like, that still sounds like. So what's the difference?
I'm explaining to you is what pansexuality is, and maybe the person that you're referring to is pansexual, but they don't know what pansexuality is, and their mindset is so programmed to think what bisexuality is, or maybe within the years their preference has changed, and like anyone can be pansexual, anyone can be bisexual. You know what I mean? But
I felt like it was explained in a way because they didn't want bisexual people to, they didn't want bisexuality to be like, I'm not going to say offensive. What they were trying to say is that
I think kind of
we don't want to be just, I like both genders and that's it.
Well, that's what that is. Like that's literally the name of the name. Bi, two.
I think they wanted to be more open to the idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they wanted people to be more open to the idea that it's not just about gender; it's about blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and I'm like,
but at the same time, it's just like that's what pansexuality is because it's a more, it's between, I guess, like it's between straight and hetero.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, hetero and homo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just more of like in the whole spectrum. Like we are not just we're into everyone. You know what I mean? Like regardless of age, like just I don't care. Like age, sexual preference, sexual orientation, looks, everything. We're open to the idea of everyone. Just like for me, it's more of a connection that I make emotionally, sexually, physically. You know what I mean? And bisexuality, not shaming on them. Maybe I'm incorrect, but from my understanding, it's just more of like maybe it's just older version of pansexual. You know what I mean? Who knows? If you're into someone, you're into someone. Who fucking cares?
And it doesn't bother me either way. Yeah. It's like you do you. You know, if I've learned something from younger people, you know, when I talk to older gay men, they still have a certain idea of bisexuality being more of a joke than anything else, which is odd because most gay men who are older will accept pansexuality. They just won't accept bisexuality. And I'm like, why are we?
I mean, whatever.
Why are we still doing that? Because I'm like,
I think it's because more of back in the day, I guess being trans and stuff was super taboo, and then I guess now that it's in the radar, we decided to label something else.
Well, I don't.
That shouldn't have. You know, yeah. I don't know.
I don't think trans really had anything to do with it. I think it's more in the lines of because back in the day, men who were, and this is unfortunate, men who were on the down low, who didn't want to come out of the closet as either bi or gay or what have you, would still have sex with other men while still being married to women. And I think it left a negative taste in a lot of gay men's mouth when it came
bisexual
to bisexual
men.
I
think you're probably right. It's the same thing basically, but but also I feel like pansexuality also comes into terms with being like for me non-binary. That doesn't fall into like either, like it's not bi because I'm not both. I don't feel both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's also another major
but
topic.
You know, but like I said, I just feel like it's funny because like I said, when it comes to older gay men are more willing to accept pansexuality than they are to accept bisexuality. And by the way, they're also more willing to accept bisexuality when it comes to women than when it comes to bisexual men.
Or the men, because they're like, you're gay if you had a dick up your butt. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
I got a pussy in my mouth. Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like I said, who you want to do is your business. I don't really care.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, who cares? As long as two people are happy.
Being protected and being happy.
Yeah, as long as two people are happy and they are enjoying each other, I'm okay. Yeah. But, you know, I like I said, I don't want to be. I think there is a certain shame level when I tell people that I'm exclusively gay. I am exclusively gay. I have been exclusively gay my entire life, and I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But I think now in a world where everybody is trying to figure out their sexuality, being exclusively gay kind of
shuts you out.
Yeah, and
it puts you in a.
No, it doesn't shut us out. I feel like it just makes. I just think when it comes to other sexualities, they look at us and go, well, you're old school. And I'm like, what's wrong with just being gay? I mean, what's wrong with just exclusive? I like men.
Yeah.
And I exclusively like men. And I like cisgender men. And I don't have a problem with that because I'm exclusively gay. But I don't have a problem with anybody else doing their thing either. I feel like that, you know, when it comes to other groups.
I just think it's some gay men kind of get a little derailed and it gets offensive because they're like, oh, I would never have like vagina. I'm just like, dude, some men are born with vagina. Get the fuck over it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm like, get the fuck over it. Like, don't be fucking hateful. Like, like just like, you know, you don't have to say I'm just coming from experience. It's just like I'm into men. I'm like, no, you're into penis. That's what you're into. You're into penis.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and you're not like, you know, you're not showing sympathy for like all types of men. And I bet you're into skinny white men too, right?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with skinny white men.
Nothing except
there's
for
nothing wrong with yeah. There's nothing wrong with skinny white men. I like skinny white men occasionally. You know, I like all kinds of men.
I like them thick and juicy.
I like all kinds of men, but you know, I like a skinny white boy every now and then. A skinny white boy every now and then.
I don't know if I can. My last ex-boyfriend was a skinny white boy, but I got him thick. I made him eat. Mm-hmm. He was starving when I met him. I was like, here's some meat. Here's some soy protein. Like, let me fatten you up a little bit. You're too skinny for me. He had like abs when I first met him. I'm like, no. I mean, it was hot, but I was just like, I also look like your fucking dad when we're on the bars.
Well, to me, I feel like, what is that going on?
That's a ghost.
Okay. To me, I mean, it can be a little, I mean, when I see that scrawny body in front of me, I'm like, ooh, girl, I just,
Here's some food.
We need to.
After you fuck him, here's some food. Here's a doggy bag. Take this home.
I mean, your dick is impressive, but good Lord, you are, we need to feed you. But I also remember being super skinny myself, so I know.
I never went through.
Yeah,
maybe when I was born.
No, I was super skinny until I was 25, 26. And when I put on some weight, I was like, oh my God, I'm putting on weight. But I was super, girl, at 22, I must have weighed 125 pounds.
Oh my God.
I was super 22? Skinny. Yeah, but my dad said, we all start off as skinny, but we get fat later. And I'm like, I can't wait till we get fat. So I was super skinny for a long, long time. So yes, so I get it, but I just, like I said, I just never, like we were talking about earlier, I just, the sexualities are being so.
I think everything's progressing,
refined and
yeah, it's just like you
progressing.
Just roll with the punches, everyone.
And I'm not really, I don't really, when I meet a man and he's like, well, I'm not gay, but I'm this and that, and I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, are we going to have a good time or not? Whereas back in the day, it's like, oh, no, I don't want to sleep with a bisexual man. I want no man who has face in a pussy and blah, 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 blah.
He probably is more experienced in getting your ass out than fucking a gay game.
Okay, first of all, that was a long time ago.
Oh, no. I was just saying in general.
Times have changed.
I'm talking to your past.
Yes, you could talk to my past, but there was a lot of influence on my past, too, because when I thought I was open about things, I would easily get shut down by other gay men who were like, no, you need to think like this. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I need to think to be a part of the group. But now, when you're a little older, you're like, you know what?
Just whatever. Like, whatever. Let's have a good time.
No, I just want to have a good time. I'm not really worried about that.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty open to the whole thing. I think I'm a little bit more selective when it comes to gay men because, I don't know, like...
But
I have to feel you out.
But I'm also okay with just going, you know what? I'm not attracted to women in any way, shape, or form.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's
so,
your preference.
Yeah,
like, whatever makes you happy. Like, don't try to stoop to something that you're not into.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, I haven't literally, like, I don't know. I find women attractive, but I don't know. I find men more attractive. Like, I'll probably sleep with a lady. But I just find, like, guys hot and like women are beautiful and like if something ever were to happen between me and women, like fine with me. And
like I said, I'm not, I like a good dick. I really do. I like a good dick. I like a good dick and a good piece of ass, and as long as you want to be whatever you want to be, I'm good with it.
Get over here. Like, what is it called? Like like get over here.
Yeah, exactly. Get over here. Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Is it? No, it's not Sub-Zero. It's
Scorpion. No?
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yes. Scorpion.
I don't know.
I almost said Scorpio. No, Scorpion. Good Lord, I used to play those games all the time.
Get over here. Like, yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
Bring that snake over here.
The whole snake.
Yes, exactly.
Drag me over there, baby.
I know, right? Good Lord. So, yeah. So, I would like to have, I can't wait until we get like really full into more content and everything else, because I want to have we need to have trans people on the show.
I can bring trans people.
We need to have trans people on the show because with everything that's going on in the world today.
I can bring a trans woman.
Yeah.
And then I don't know many trans men. I have a friend coming to visit from Seattle, but he's originally from Houston. So we can interview him just for fun. Yeah, just for fun, because we really need to have the conversations because, with everything that trans women are going through right now, especially trans women of color. We're going to have a trans woman of color. I'm pretty sure there's a few. I'll ask BlackBerry to recommend a few. Especially when it comes to trans women of color. I am loving the fact that they are,
they have to stand up because they need to survive.
Absolutely.
And the fact that we've gotten to this point it's really a sad thing. As a group of people have usually stayed in the background for so long, and when atrocity, and by the way, all this stuff that's happened to trans women has been happening to trans women for years.
This is not a new topic. It's just been brought to light.
It's just been brought to light because of the internet.
And people speaking about it more.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's always been a topic of like a back of the burner tip discussion, but now it's just like you know. Did you see Lizzo's performance? Where she had like a moment of silence.
Yes,
that was No, I'm so sorry, Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. Yes,
yeah, I'm sorry. Liz, I think Lizzo's done it as well.
No, I think Lizzo has done it. Yeah. So yes. So the fact of the matter is that we really need to get behind trans women of color.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, we also need to do something else. We also need to step back because they need to do their own thing.
Absolutely.
They need to raise their own self up.
We are there have for like support. Two trans women here and have a whole thing. Yeah. Like a whole kiki with them.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think the gay community needs to be reminded of something. We need to let them do their thing. You just need to be there for support.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just step back.
You need to step back and
push them forward.
Yeah, let them do their thing because they are sick and tired and they're out there doing their thing.
Yeah.
So you need to let them do their thing. When they ask you for advice, give it to them. But if they don't ask you for nothing, don't do nothing but be a support.
Always, be support. Like always walk your trans friends home to their car if you're in a city and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Exactly. So, girl, we've talked about so much on this.
We've talked about so much.
We've talked about so much on today's show. We occasionally do like an open forum.
Yeah, we didn't know. The only thing we're going to talk about, the only thing we discussed about talking is probably the bars reopening. But other than that, has just been naturally flowed out.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, like I said, to you queens out there running to the bars, y'all still wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Wash your dicks.
6 feet. And wear those masks. What are y'all doing out here? Not wearing masks.
Okay, this is going to be a heart-to-heart for all of you out there that go to bars and do all that. So, as someone that works for security, it's really irritating where I have to constantly remind people to, you know, put on their mask, stay seated, you know, like, I don't want to treat you like a kid. Like, for real, you guys just need to listen to whatever the bar's regulations and protocols are because at the end of the day, if the TBAC or anyone from the the CDC comes in and sees that what we're doing is out of line, then we're in trouble. We're the ones liable. The bar is getting shut down for another 30 days. So I'm begging you guys have to wear your mask. Please be respectful. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. And if they provide sanitizer, just take it. You can wash your hands afterwards. It's not going to fucking burn your skin off.
Thank you. Because let me tell you something. If you've been watching what's been going on in the White House, Girl, that virus is just going around to everybody at the White House.
Period. Everybody's going.
And if you see that, you know what's going on at the bars.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
that's super. Well, at the same time, it's just like who really is wearing their mask at the White House?
Well, this is what they get.
For real, that's what they get. Miss COVID, Miss Corona was like, "Bitch, I'm coming for you."
Oh, I'm not worried about it, and blah 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 blah. Literally at a debate. Getting on Biden for wearing a mask, and then 2 days later you get COVID.
Period.
What's wrong with you?
An idiot. And oh my god. So if we're just gonna slightly talk about that, I don't even know. I am scared now because now that he's recovering, infancies, I just gonna feel like these Republicans are gonna be like, oh, see, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like he was able to recover. Our president, a man.
That's what I'm. Yeah. But you know what? Let's see. Literally everybody in this staff now is tested positive. Literally everyone. Today, Stephen Miller, just literally. I mean, everybody around him has tested positive now, and
he's out there still not wearing his mask like a dumb bitch.
No,
he took it off the other day.
But he can't really. He's still at the White House being treated. So he's not out there like in the streets trying to do it, except for that little thing where he did the circle in the car like some stupid idiot. I'm like, oh my god, this virus has really got him. He must be really delirious.
What was he doing? I didn't see that.
He decided to drive around Walter Reed to say hello to his supporters, putting his Secret Service people in danger, and all this other stuff. I mean, just stupidity. Just pure stupidity.
Expected.
And what I'm really worried about is the fact that, now they want to put in another Supreme Court justice. And 2 of the members of the Supreme Court are already talking about overturning gay marriage as soon as it comes up again. Mm-hmm. So if we get another person from this administration on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, I hate it. I hate this government.
Mm-hmm. This government is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we just need Mitch McConnell to get it.
Everyone.
So we can put all this stuff on delay. I don't mean no harm by any of this. I don't want anybody to,
I don't want anyone to die. I just want them to get sick.
When it comes to I told you so, this is the worst I told you so ever.
It is. Because it's just like you tell I don't even know. This whole thing is stupid. This whole thing is stupid.
And that's why I said when I was at the Eagle and I saw all these queens on top of each other, I'm like, I'm literally watching this president just spread it all around his thing, and I'm watching these queens do the same thing. Y'all got to be careful out here. Be careful out here because it's not worth the foolishness. It's really not worth it.
It's not worth it. In the long run, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Because I've heard people have lung issues, have breathing issues, have they're struggling to breathe.
Even after they've recovered.
Yeah.
They're still going through lung issues and all this other stuff.
That's what my mom said.
So, and I have bronchitis. So I can't really be out there in the streets like y'all running around having a good time because the moment one of you queens breathes on me, then I'm in the hospital for God knows how long if I survive. And, like I said, I can't afford to take those risks, so I can't go out as much as y'all do. But y'all need to be careful. Just please be careful. If you need an example of how bad COVID really is, look at the White House. Literally almost every member of his staff now has tested positive. And it's just going one by one by one.
Yeah, it's just scary. I mean, at this point, we can't do much about it. About it.
And all these people who have been denying it, all these Trumps...
For months. Saying that it's like a leftist propaganda.
Yeah, exactly. And like, especially you gays who still support this man.
Girl... oh my God, let me tell you a funny story. So the other day, another thing that we're not allowed to do at the bar is we're not allowed to have people dancing. I think they're going to wait a little while until we can, actually allow that. That's the Eagle rule. No dancing. So there's this man, an old ass man, maybe in his like 60s, late 60s. And he's like circuit party, like nose is all fucked up. Like,
oh, good Lord.
He's one of those sniffers.
Still doing that at 60.
Bathroom sniffers.
Good Lord.
And I asked him politely, I'm like, hey, dude, like, you can't dance. I'm like, you're here every week. I tell you every single day. I'm like, the owner's here, and he sees you. I'm like, I'm going to have to kick you out if you continue dancing. He's like, oh, no. He's like, don't worry. I'm sorry. Literally do my rounds and come back around, and he's dancing. And then I was like, dude, you can't have you can't. I told you can't dance. And he's like, this is America. I was like, oh, my God. So I was like, dude, let's go. Time to go. Time to go. So I'm walking him out. Then he's like, I bet you're a Democrat. Then I was like, okay, time to go. Then he's like, you voted for Obama, didn't you? You voted for that black guy. And I was like, oh, my God, get the fuck out. Like, you fucking idiot.
What you should have said was, no, I'm not a Democrat. I'm a doorman. You need to leave.
That's a good one.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah. And
I'm a doorman.
He's like putting up a fight and everything. And I was like, get out. And it's just like, I hate when people are so like, I tell you something, dude, I'm like just looking out for you. You can do your own thing. Then I was like, he's like, I'm going to go to a different bar. I'm like, I heard that Buddy's is allowing people to dance, so go there. Then he's like, well, I'm never going to come back here. I'm like, okay. Literally sees him 2 days later. I was like, idiot. I'm just going to start getting that spray bottle and start spraying people like cats. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
just put some alcohol in it, girl. Just put some alcohol in it and start spraying.
They're getting sprayed with hand sanitizer.
Oh,
if they're lucky to get it in the eye.
So, you know what? Before we go, because we're almost at the end, we need to, let's talk about this little project that you've been doing. That's been.
Oh my god, the
let's
Jocka straps. I forgot about that.
What do you call them now, bitch?
They're called the bitch boy undies.
Bitch boy undies,
aka BB undies for the BBs out there.
And girl, you've been busy with this.
Oh yes, I have. So I did it for fun. I did it for a friend. He wanted me to make him a jock strap with this fabric that he got. I posted it on social media. Exploded. I started getting requests, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do Facebook right now. So then I finished the request. I did those, and then I was with my friend. I think you're eventually gonna meet him. His name is Simeon. Really nice guy. I work with him at Chewy's, and he was like, well, girl, why don't you make a TikTok? And I was like, a fucking TikTok of me making jock straps? And he's like, just do it, girl. So I was like, okay. So I made a whole DIY on how to make yourself a jock strap. Trace the pattern, cut the pattern, showed you how to do the stitch for the pouch, show you how to line in the outside, show you how to attach how to make the waistband.
Girl, you're giving your stuff away. You don't give your stuff away, girl.
I don't care. I really don't care. Like, it's no one, if I can teach someone, I feel like I would be an amazing teacher because I'm really good at teaching things and I like explaining things to people.
I get you.
And it's just like, why am I going to keep this to myself? If someone's going to be in quarantine and they're going to try this, and I'm glad that I was there to help, My video is almost at half a million.
So, oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy that that's going forth and everything. But long story short, I posted the video and then the first 2 days maybe I got like 50 views and I was like, whatever, waste of time. So then literally the next day, notification, message requests on Instagram. I probably had over like 300 new followers in the past week on Instagram, and it's just like people messaging me. And then the past 2 weeks I probably had more than too many requests. I started taking commissions through Instagram only. So if you want to reach out to me, it's through Instagram or through Facebook. My Instagram, I had to stop taking commissions the first time after like 3 days of me posting it. I told people like, hey, I'm going to take commissions again this certain day. So hit me up, set a reminder on your phone. So then that date hit literally 12:01 or actually it was 11:01, and someone on the East Coast messaged me like, hey, it's midnight over here, can I order? Then I was like, okay. I was like, wait until tomorrow, I'll start taking commissions at noon, which is 1 in your time. So then he messaged me back and I posted on my story, commissions are open within 2 hours, sold out. I was like, I can't do no more. Like I stopped taking orders at 30 commissions, and literally within like 2 hours at most I was done. I was like, I can't do anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like a very resourceful, it's an it literally like I can quit both of my jobs and live off that. But at the same time, as I appreciate working at the Eagle, but at the same time it's just like, you're giving me too many hours. I want to work less.
Oh, girl, that's good.
So it's been blowing up, and the fabric that
if I
use,
knew how to sew, if only I knew how to sew. But
that's what everybody says. They're like, you're so lucky you know how to sew. It's like literally, like I learned how to sew this certain thing. Like I didn't know how to sew jock straps. I literally like the first one that I made was so bad because I used just a regular stitch, and that stitch doesn't stretch. So whenever I tried doing something, the seams would break. And then I FaceTime. Well, I remember that you can use a zigzag stitch, and that's used for stretching. So then I called my friend that's a designer in Los Angeles, and I told him like, hey, like he's like, how much are you selling them for? And I was like, 25 to 30. Then he's like, do you mind if I like, examine it? And he's like, can you do this? Can you stretch it this way? My seams broke. My thread was out. And he's like, to me, this is like $15 worth of jock straps. He's like, I want you to elevate it, and this is the way to do it. And I was like, just be honest with me. Like, I don't care. Read me about my jock straps because I want to learn and grow from this.
Yeah.
So he's like, you're going to buy this. You're going to use this around the edges because I was just folding it over. And he's like, if you add the edges to it, it's going to look more professional. And also, if something happens to the thread and the inside, at least you'll have like an extra layer of protection. So he's like, you can do this. You can do this. And then he's like, use this stitch. Then he looked at my machine, and then he went online and found a stitch that's used for underwear. That's specifically used for underwear. And he's like, use this stitch here, use this stitch here, burn the edges because it gets rid of like the frays and everything. And he gave me such a like a tutorial on how to do the thing, and now he's like, your jock straps are worth $30-$40. He's like, they're good quality. He's like, they're made per person. So those of you out there that are interested, something that I do on my jock straps that is not typically made with jock straps is, you know, the butt elastic. You know how 9 times out of 10 that you buy one, it's made out of shitty, like stretchy material.
I don't wear them, girls.
Oh, you never wear a jock strap?
I've never been interested in wearing a jock strap. But I feel like, you know what? I feel like I might want to model one for the show. I feel like I might want to model one for the show.
I can see if I get one printed with a logo and I'll give it to you.
Yes, girl. Maybe we can give away some with the logo for the show.
I just don't know how I would print the logo on the thing.
You know what I was thinking, and I
think you can buy like a thing off somewhere.
You know, I have this kind of neat little idea.
Yeah.
You know how we have the picture of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe you could do a cartoonish like version of that.
Yeah.
And put it on jock straps.
That'd be cute.
Or maybe that would be cute.
We can even just get the logo made and just put it on there.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, the butt part is made out of a shitty elastic, but I use high quality, so it gives your ass a lift. Like it really, in the way that so most of the time, jock straps, the straps that are connected from the bottom of the crotch where the pouch is typically connected to your hip. What I do is I connect it next to the front side of the pouch, so it creates an extra, like, you know, lift of your ass. And then and it's also like superbly stitched, so you can get fucked and everything, and it won't break. Because I've had nasty pig. I've had nasty pig jocks, and they break after 2 whole like rough fuckings. But these are the tea, and I always make sure that I pull everything to make sure nothing's gonna break before I send it out.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's really good quality. You know, it's really good quality.
This is my co-host doing his thing with his jock straps, which, by the way, we're gonna have to get that on the website.
Yeah, we do.
We need to get that on the website.
That's why I have this photo shoot coming, because I just don't want to send pictures. I don't want the pictures of, like, you know, the just the jock straps on the table. I literally want, like, my aesthetic is I want big bellied boys to be my models.
You know what? I'll wear one.
Yeah, you can.
I'll be a model. I'll wear one. I need to put in some effort so that I can. You know,
I'm having the photo shoot on the 14th at the Ripcord. Oh, shit, I shouldn't say that. Well, I mean, if you guys want to go, you can watch. But I got permission from the owner.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to get in front of audience and...
Well, it's just going to be like it's going to be in the back patio or in the inside.
Okay. You know what? I might think about that.
Yeah, because I have, like, a guy from Dallas.
Can I, like, I don't know if I want to be, like, just in a jockstrap. Can I, like, wear a little T-shirt or...
Yeah, I was going to make harnesses and stuff. And like stuff. I was gonna make a whole a neon collection, and just like everything that I've already have made, I'm gonna make it into an actual like a product. And then I was gonna like gift some like people that were there, like hey, you can keep this, or you can put in an order and it's on me. And like you can, I was either gonna pay him like $30, just because it's only gonna be an hour long, $30 per person, or I can make your jock strap.
Yeah, I think I can model a jock strap. I've never worn a jock strap. I'd like to see what I would look like in a jock strap.
Yeah,
I really am very. When I grew up, jock straps were just basic jock straps.
Yeah,
so
no. Mine are just like designs.
I just never found. I just never found them
appealing.
I just never found them appealing.
I think Andrew Christian were the first to like actually.
But even then, I still just never found them appealing. Like I said, I like my men in my little. And bikini briefs, and, I find boxers sexy, but when I try to look at men in jock straps, I just never.
It's not your thing.
I don't know. I just never got into it, and then I'm like, I've been watching you make jock straps online, and I'm like, you know what?
They're cute. They're
kind of cute.
And I have people that have never had a jock strap before and buy one, and they're like, oh my god, this is so sick. Like the lace ones, the guys go fucking crazy. Like they're like, holy shit, like I feel so sexy in this, because it's like, because lace is typically used for women's lingerie.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see a man wearing it, they're like, oh, that's so hot. So, especially the neon pink lace. They're like,
I think I would have to look at myself in the mirror, because I have to say this, for a man of my age, I got a pretty good looking butt. I have the cutest butt. It's kind of an apple bottom, but it's still up there. It's not sagging. It's still up there, and I'm surprised.
She's still holding up.
And I think it's because I've been a waiter most of my life. Yes, I've been a waiter most of my life, so I walk a lot. So
yeah, that's true.
So I've managed to keep kind of a nice little derriere going on back there.
Up-a-dum-a-dum.
a badunkadunk going on back there. And, I was looking at it the other day, because I'm lamenting the fact that, my belly got so big over the quarantine. And I'm like,
I
oh my
lost
God.
like 30 pounds. Well, my weight fluctuates a lot.
Yeah, mine does too. I actually lost, I went from at the highest, I think I got up to 216. Now I'm at 208. And I'm actually very happy about the fact that it's at 208, but I still have this belly, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like the belly. But like I said, I saw the jock straps on the line, and I'm,
they're cute. People go crazy over them.
When
I had people that like I've tried talking to and being friends, like that, like set me aside, and then now they're like, oh my God, like I really like your work. It's so beautiful. I have these new ones coming in. I bought this really cute, like beautiful, like yellow, like pumpkin yellow, but it's not. It's more yellow than orange, and oh my God, it's so. I was working on one today, and I was like, this is gonna be the color. This is gonna be the fall color.
So,
but most of them are just like, to me, like I was looking at my orders today, and I had 7 of the LV drip ones. Then I had, oh my God, I had to have so many orders. But I'm like 75% of it done. So just the hard part, which is cutting the pouches and sewing the pouch, is out of the way. And I attached like the last, like the fold over part on it, and that's like the tedious part. So now I just need to attach it to the actual jock strap, and I'm done.
Oh wow, that's
yeah. Because that's like, to me, I hated that part the most, is just cutting out the jock straps. Because even if I just hire someone to just like, I'll give them like $20 an hour to cut the jock straps, because that's just so tedious. Like it only takes an hour, but it's just like so tedious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. I think we'll get into more detail when you decide. When are you going to do the show again? Do you want to talk about that now, or you want to wait until...
We can wait, because right now it's still up in the air, and I want to fulfill these orders, and I want to put release 2 more orders before I actually start releasing my own shit.
Yeah, well, he's a part of the show, so
he'll be here every week.
He's here every week, so...
But we haven't really talked about it, because it's always like it's not. I didn't want to talk about it until I was actually confident.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
It.
Yeah, because we had talked about it for a while, and you were like, you know what? Let me just...
Yeah, because I was like, I wasn't really the first time I
don't
brought
even
it
think you had a name for it at the beginning, right?
No. I always knew that it was Bitch Boy Undies, but I didn't know that it was going to stay like that, because I almost changed the name to Devil's Wear, but I'm like, Bitch Boy just
Bitch Boy sounds good.
Bitch Boy sounds good, and I also try to make it inclusive, so I made my logo with the trans colors. So like if you know, you know, and also I want to market it off just BB Undies, because I can't just go to the freaking the what is it called, like the state, and claim it as a company by Bitch Boy. It has to be something modest.
Yes.
So BB Undies.
Actually, you can.
I mean, I can, but
you can, but that's another conversation, and that's a conversation we'll have off the air, because y'all don't need to know that. So we're at the end of the episode, and we had a really good time.
Yeah, we did.
And if you want to know more about Bitch Boy, tell them where to go, girl.
You can follow me on social media. For example, my TikTok has been really kicking off, and my Instagram is where you have to order through Instagram. And I have people that make accounts to order on my Instagram.
And of course, if you have any questions, you can always go to the Facebook page.
Yeah, feel free to message us.
Yeah,
feel
free to message us on the Facebook page, or go to our website, thatlittlegaytalks.com, and message, and
you'll find out, or follow my social media.
You need
shotguns.
we need to talk about this off the air. You need to have more access to the website, because you need to, when people do come in, I don't want to have to this person said this. You need to be able to do that automatically. Okay. So we'll talk about that a little bit after the show. We had a great show.
We did have a great show.
We had a great show. And like I said, we do an open forum every now and then where we just
talk and talk.
We just talk and talk and bitch about nothing, and maybe have a cocktail or two. Or a bottle. No.
Not since the other one.
Okay. We only had a half pint. Imagine if we had a full. We only had a half pint. We had a good time. We talked about everything. And like I said, just and we want to emphasize this once again, because you work at the bars. Y'all just be careful.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
If you're not sure, just wear your mask.
If you're not sure, just wear your mask.
Be safe.
be safe, wash your hands, do all that stuff. We already talked about that, but just be
wear
safe.
Your mask. That's literally what I'm asking and what I'm begging is just for you to wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Make our jobs easier, because we don't want to be the assholes to tell you every 5 minutes.
And that's
to wear
not, and that's.
I'm also not your parents, so
that's
get
just
shit together.
Yeah, and he's just working at one bar. That's for every bar. That's for every guy.
Every bar.
Every guy who is standing
all over the U.S.
Yes, who's standing at the front door, who tells you need to wear a mask. Just wear your mask.
Literally, it's not that hard.
It's really not that hard. I know y'all want to be back out there again, and if you want to be back out there again, follow the rules and wear a mask.
Period.
And you'll have a good time, and that's all there is to it. So we're gonna call it a day. Anything else? I think we're done.
Protect trans children.
Protect trans children.
Trans women, black trans women.
Black trans women as well. Let's end this.
All right. Goodbye. Cheers to the queers and everything else in between.
All right. Bye, queers.